Mantraa Rishiga, can you ask me some questions?
I don't know what I should ask about. If you give an example, I can ask you questions.
So if I can give you an example, you can give an example to you too. You can create an example. You can ask me a question. To ask you a question. So do you ask me that? Then ask me.
Can you ask me a question?
Oh, of course. How good are you in thinking?
I don't think that I'm so good in thinking.
Why do you think that you are not so good? So you know what is good thinking.
Yeah.
Then you think that way. If you know what is good thinking, then you think in that way. You can also think about what makes you think that you are not so good in thinking.
Once more, I didn't understand.
You can also think what makes you think that you are not good in thinking. So start thinking about that. Because you know what is good thinking. That's why you say your thinking is not so good. So who knows? Who in you knows that your thinking is not so good thinking? But that cannot be done by thinking alone. That is why. You have to, in order to think about something, you have to see that thing, You have to know about that thing. You have to be aware of that thing. You have to have that thing at least in your vague image. So, you need really attention. You have to focus your attention on the thing which you want to think about. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yeah.
So can you focus upon that thing which makes you think that you are not so good in thinking? Oh, that aspect you don't know. So then how will you think about it, right? Right now, what are you thinking?
Right now I'm thinking that what is making me think that I'm not so good in thinking.
That I told you, you cannot just think and find it out. You have to focus your attention to your inside. To your own mind. Do you see anything there when you focus your attention to your mind? You don't of course see anything. You don't smell anything. You don't taste anything. You don't touch anything. Then how can you know about it?
We can imagine.
Then imagine. So, in what way you will imagine? So, you have to imagine a thing that is in the available. Can you imagine something that you have never seen? So, your imagination will take some shape. Okay, then can you imagine something which you have never seen?
Some people can do it.
Then you do something like that or whatever. So, you have to imagine something inside you that is not touchable, that cannot be seen, that cannot be heard, right? So you have to reach it with your imagination. That imagination is to be driven by attention actually. Everywhere attention is required. Because when you imagine, you have to know what you are seeing, what you are about to see, right? About to know. So therefore attention is required. When you visualize, when you want to really see that thing moving, again you need your attention. When you are thinking, again you need your attention to know what you are thinking, right? You are reflecting upon something. That means looking again and again, this way, that way, this way, that way. That also you need your attention to know what you are going on doing. To know your dreams, to be aware, to connect with your dreams. Again you need attention at a third level. At a deeper level. Otherwise by the time you make attention to the dream, you will become awake. So that's the real third attention. You are aware and you can control your dreaming by your attention. You can direct your dream by your attention. Because dream is a kind of absolutely clear visualizing experience. As real as you and I are sitting here and talking now, that much real is a dream, right? Right? Yeah, that is the reality of a dream. So if you are under the control of the dream. Like in a television, whatever happens, you look at it and passively there, witnessing it. But if you have your attention, you can change the scene. You can use that as the greatest sense, beyond the concept sense, which I talked about, concept sense, seventh sense. So this dreaming is the actual sixth sense. Because with the dream, you can see, you can hear, you can touch and feel, without working of the eyes, without the working of the ears, without the working of the other sensory signals. Okay? So dreaming is the greatest seer, hearer, toucher. All the senses combined together work in dreams, without the operation of those senses. But everywhere you need attention. That's why you need training in attention. That's why I fire you when you are not in your proper attention. Understand? Mantraa, the Rishiga. Okay? Alright. Thank you. You heard it?
Yeah.
Did you understand most of it?
No, not most of it. I understand it really.
So can you give an evidence that you understood something? Say loudly.
Even in studying, you should have an attention. He was talking about dreaming. And even in dreaming, we have the touch sense, speaking sense.
Don't worry, Mantraa. I was just testing you. It is not easy to talk out what you have comprehended. You were able to comprehend, that's why you were continuously listening to me. But you will take an indefinite time maybe 1 month to 1 year, maybe 10 years to develop the competency to understand what you have undergone just now. Get the point? So this is the problem with my training programs also. Okay? They hear it, they understand it, but when they try to recollect what happened, they cannot remember anything immediately. But they will recall all of that at later point of time when you really come across situations which make triggering of that perception which they had during the training program. So similarly, later point of time when you are sitting alone, you might think about your attention. What I talked now to you is a greater thing which I have never talked to any participants till today, Mantraa Rishiga. You are the first one to whom I am talking like this about the power of attention and the role of attention in every other thing. About the role of attention in controlling dreaming. Okay? Yeah. So, this is such a load that even at the age of, when you reach the age of 60 also, you may be trying to get hold of your attention to different levels. Get the point? So are you impressed about what you said? Are you able to be comfortable with my talking like this? Because I am talking. But are you interested in listening to what I am talking? That also because I am talking. Not because you understand what you heard.
I understand, but your talking is in a different way.
Then why don't you say that when I talk to you? Then you could have told me when you were listening to me. That sentence I did not comprehend. Tell me once again. That you didn't say. Why? This is the way during training programs also. They would listen to me very clearly for 2 days. And I tell them in advance that at any point of time you can stop me and tell me. Say that point once again. See? So you are also behaving like those highly qualified, educated, great engineers and managers. That you can be happy about. How is your headache? So I don't normally talk to you like this all the time, right? Once in 3 months, once in 6 months only. But if you remember, how you thought about whatever I talked before? 1 year back, 1.5 years back and so on?
Yeah, I don't remember the words, but I remember the actions and the place where
I see.
and only some words are there. Some words and some ideas.
Okay, place some wood into that. Now we let Mantraa also do. Don't push it that much. Keep only the tip. Everything catches only from the tip, not from the middle, okay? Yeah. So put 1 or 2 more. Make it straight here. If it is so, it is like closing the fire, okay? Yeah, you keep it straight up. That flat side up. Flat side up, Mantraa. Vertically. Yeah. Put 1 or 2 from the other side also.